Hi, thanks for joining us and welcome to Deutsche Beverage Technology's YouTube channel. My name is Seng. I'm a project engineer here with Deutsche Beverage Technology, and today we're going to be disassembling a pump. Typically what you're going to be doing this for is if you're seeing any squealing or leakage from your pump, or if you're just trying to replace the carbon seal. So first, since we're going to be replacing the carbon seal here today, step one is going to be disassembling the pump head. But before you do anything with the pump, you're going to want to make sure that you take off any of the power going to the pump, whether that is from the control panel or just the breaker itself. The only thing that you're going to need to make any adjustments to the pump is an Allen key set. Let's jump into it. So for step one, we're going to be disassembling the pump. Assuming you have power off, the first step will be taking off the safety cage. Simply undo the nut from the bolt on the side and it should come loose. Undo the tri-clamp. And should come off. Once the pump head's removed, you're going to want to loosen the impeller. So to do this, you're going to want to put some pressure on your back plate. That'll loosen a pin that's inside the shaft. Once you're able to move the pin inside the shaft, get it into a position to where it's no longer going and touching the impeller. Should be able to remove that, as well as remove the back plate. You can turn, keep the pin. Make sure you keep this pin in a place that you're going to remember, as it's very small and easy to lose. And then take out your carbon seal assembly. What you'll have is your carbon seal, your O-ring, your spring, and your rotary seal. Make sure that none of these are damaged, as if you are getting any leaking, it may just as easily be this O-ring seal as it is the gasket. So for step two, we're just going to be adjusting the spring tension to be able to get enough tension to go against the back plate. So for step two, we're going to be adjusting the spring collar. This is where you're going to need your Allen key. There should be two set screws that are located on the collar. Simply adjust these as needed. So, if you're getting any sort of leaking from your pump, you're going to want to make sure you raise it forward a little bit. If you're getting any kind of squealing from your pump, you're going to want to bring it back so it loosens up the spring tension. Once you have it in place, you're able to tighten it back down. Once your collar's tight and back on the shaft, you're ready for step three. So for step three, we're going to be putting the carbon seal and rotary seal back into place and then setting the back plate. Now that you're ready for step three, you're going to want to put your carbon seal assembly back together. First, place your O-ring into the back of the carbon seal. It should fit back there tightly. Then, place the carbon seal into the rotary seal and make sure the spring is around the rotary seal. Now there's one piece that you're going to want to match up on the shaft to this rotary seal. There will be a little notch that will match up with a peg on the shaft. So as you're placing it in, you'll want to line it up and let it go back all the way. Next, place your back plate on so it will hold the tension and slide it around the pegs. Should hold as needed. So for step four, we're going to be setting the impeller. Now that you have the back plate on, you'll be ready for step four. First, make sure your shaft is set in a way to where your hole is on the horizontal side. place that pin in so that the pin is not going out and won't impede the impeller to go over the shaft. Once it's in place that impeller back onto the shaft. Now, similarly to what you did in step 1, you're going to want to put some pressure on the back plate so you're able to put the impeller in all the way. Then, carefully, as you're still applying pressure, continue to turn until the pin drops into place and will cover a portion of the impeller. You should release, and the tension of the spring will keep it in place. You should be able to turn it easily. And step 5 is just putting the pump head back on. Now that your impeller is set, you're ready for step 5, which is just putting the pump head back on. Place the pump head as it was before, make sure it's even on all sides, and then bring the tri-clamp around. Once you get the tri-clamp around it, you can actually adjust the pump head into place as you need it. Once the tri-clamp is secure, all you have left is to put the safety cage back on. You should be good to go. Now that you're reassembled, you should be able to bring back power to your pump and should be ready to go. With this, you shouldn't run into any more issues, but if so, please contact the Deutsche Beverage service team. We'd be happy to help. Thanks for watching. Cheers.